Well, welcome. My name is Cheryl Ingstead, and I'm the Deputy Director in DIU for digital transformation, so the digital platforms and digital ecosystems. So one project that I want to highlight for you guys today is called the Digital OnRamp Platform. And it is an entirely new capability that is DoD-wide, and it's something we want to roll out to the private sector as well. So let me explain to you what we're trying to do and what problem that we're trying to solve. There you go. You see the next slide with the maze? Okay, great. So the problem that we're trying to solve is that we have the private sector has really great difficulty finding their way into the Defense Department. And they may have a fantastic, innovative technology, but which program office to go to? Which R&D contract is available for me? Maybe I want to participate in a challenge. You know, what challenges are available? And, you know, let's say I have a quantum technology. So who do I go to? Where do I check in to try to find what this opportunity is? So that's one problem that we're trying to solve. And then we have the other side of the coin, which is the Defense Department officials. They have a really hard time finding commercial technology. And they go out on Google and they search, and as you know, you probably had that experience where you don't really find what you need. And so what we want to do is help them find, through the maze, what are those technologies that they're looking for. They have mission problems, they have queries that they probably want to lodge to find a commercial solution, find the latest research that universities or academia has on that subject. And the options are you can sign up to a lot of different accounts in different consortia, university consortia. You can get onto a lot of different platforms, learn your way around them and try to get the information. You can network with real human beings and associations and so forth, and it all takes a lot of time. And what we really want to be is that first single sign-on, come onto our platform, and we will help, if you're the private sector, we'll help you get that match to a DoD opportunity. And if you're on the DoD side, we'll help you find what that commercial technology is that you're looking for. So this really meets the DIU mission, and our mission at Defense Innovation Unit is how can we bring commercial technology in at scale and with speed, right? And this is really one of the tools that we want to use is have a digital platform that can reach Americans with innovative technologies no matter if they're on a mountaintop in Montana or if they're in Silicon Valley. And this is a way that we can reach out to really all of America and say, you know, we invite you. We will help you get a match to a contract, and then even offer some education and training on how to respond to that contract opportunity, and then even offer a third thing, which is what is a physical office in your area. So whatever address you put in as the private sector, we'll give you a match to physical offices in your area where real human beings stand by to help you. That would be maybe one of our own Defense Innovation on-ramp hubs. It could be a Navy Tech Bridge, it could be an AFWERX Spark Cell, it could be Office of Small Business Programs. They have what are called Apex accelerators. So a lot of different opportunities there, but we really want to help bring in at scale and with speed, connect our innovative Americans to an opportunity. And so if you're in the government, this might be the type of query that you would have, and it's really apropos for the moment with autonomy being a great, a need and a gap that we're trying to fill. You know, what are the unmanned capabilities that can be deployed from land or sea and can carry a 100-pound payload, 200 miles distance, and 1.5 hours, and yes, we do want it to return. So this is how basic a query can be. We would use large language models to do the search. So if you're on the DoD side, we would make available a plethora of commercial databases and DoD databases and help you get the response that you need for what are commercial opportunities there, right? Who sells this? Who is most advanced in this technology? Who's doing the best research on this topic? And then if you're on the commercial side, can I have a show of hands? How many people are from commercial industry? Okay. How many DoD? Okay, good. So about 80-20. So if you're on the DoD side, you might be looking for the commercial technology. We just showed you a query. This might be a query for the 80% of you in the room who would say, you know, I have a certain technology. Here's a description of the technology. And I'd like to know, is there a DoD contract that's available for this? And not only is there a contract, but I would like to sell to special operations. Or not only a contract, but I would like to have an R&D contract. I think I'm partway there. I'm TRL 4, so I want to get a prototyping contract. And what our LLM would do is help you to find that match to contract opportunities for you. And then whatever it is, so let's just say what comes back is a BAA. And I don't know how many of you in the audience know what a BAA is, but a broad area announcement. We wouldn't expect that a person would know that because we're trying to pull in real, commercial academia members who probably don't know all of our lingo for contracts, right? So we would explain to you what is a BAA, best practices in responding to a BAA, and then offer you those offices that are in your area with real people that could help you as well. So in a really high level, general level of functionality, this isn't really an architecture diagram, but this is the type of functionality we want to deliver, which is, and now you can see it all together. So if you're on the left side is the private sector, and we are really talking about large companies, medium-sized companies, small companies, nonprofits, academia, professors, students, spin-outs. We are interested in the innovation that you have and want to help you get matched to a DoD opportunity. And so there would be an LLM that's really tuned more to the private sector, and we would connect you to completely publicly available data sets. So you probably don't know, but fpds.gov, cyber.gov, and so forth, there's a sam.gov, and we would help you find what is the right type of contract that's aligned to your technology. Now, if you're on the DoD side, we would have an environment that has a higher classification level, so more security, and we would make available, like I said, a really extremely large number of data sets commercially available, and a few of them might be PitchBook, Crunchbase. We have all of the DoD databases as well. There are supplier databases that are available commercially, and we would connect to them to help the DoD officials find what it is that they're looking for as a commercial solution to their mission-related problem. And the way that we're approaching this is in a very innovative fashion, which is we are dividing out the platform and separating that platform as a service, and then the AI tools and data services. So we want the government to have visibility into what are those AI tools that are being used, what are their capabilities. We want to be able to refresh them, so we're requiring a modular and flexible platform so that we can take the AI tools and as the technology matures, bring in the next level of technology routinely and at the government's direction. So we've separated out the AI tools, data services. We want to monitor them all the time and make sure that they're really the best data sources that our users need. And so that's another thing that we continually want to refresh and have the government have visibility to it. This is a very persona-based search we want to make it extremely easy to get into the platform. If you're in the audience, you're from the DoD, then it would be CAC enabled. But if you're in the private sector, we would have a lower level of security. We want to verify identity for sure. But we don't want to make you register as a company and all of that, because maybe you're not a company. Maybe you're a student or a professor. So we would make it really, simple, low barrier to get in. There is still a registration process. We did that in our technology demonstration, which was a few pages of answering questions about, who you are, your status, your technologies, what your interests are. And then we have the beginning of what is a persona. So then you can, when the platform knows that, they can do a better search for you and bring you back the information that you're looking for. So if you're a research scientist at Army Research Lab, the results will reflect what your interests are, so you probably won't get what a warfighter might get back in a return on a similar on a similar query. So a warfighter might get back at the top of their list things that you can buy in the next, like today and over the next 12 months. A research scientist might get up at the top of their list a lot of research products, and then down at the bottom, what are real products that you could buy today. So persona based, that's really important. And then we've done quite a bit of research. We've created user journey maps for 6 different persona types. We're still doing more of that. And then we've also provided to the contractors for the technology demo a list of data services and data sets. And this was a very limited technology demo that we did back in December. We told them that there are a lot more data sets, and indeed what we found during the tech demo is many more data sets, and especially curated data sets were accessed to provide responses. So I'll just go back a couple here and end with a quick summary of where we are. So we have a phase 1 and a phase 2 plan. The phase 1 was the technology demonstration. That was completed in December. We had over 100 test users. We had over 1,500 surveys filled out. So we have tons of data to review with the Chief Data and AI Office. And they're doing a great job helping us to analyze the quality of the searches and responses. And so we will be moving forward to the minimum viable product. The test users loved it. And we're really racing at this point, going for a date of March, April to get the acquisition going or finalized, and then get a platform up in the summer. So that's what our timeline is. And we welcome you as test users as we get going here in the spring and summer and stand it up. The test users that did participate in what was really a very limited tech demo said that it was 1,000% better than what they were using currently, and that although they already have contracts with the DoD, they found even more opportunities while they were just participating in the tech demo. So I think it's extremely valuable, and it's something that's supported across the DoD. We have a working group that includes the CDAO, acquisition and sustainment, research and engineering at the OSD level, and then all of the major innovation organizations. So you probably know AFWorks, Naval X, all of those are participating. A number of service level organizations as well. So we have DLA is also on our working group. So well supported, and we're taking all of their equities in and their advice. And most of them already have their own platforms where they're engaging with the public, and we're going to connect to them. So you can come in through this single sign-on procedure, and then we can route, if you're in the private sector, we can route you to Vulcan, which is a SOCOM platform. We can route you to Tradewinds software solutions marketplace if you have software to sell. So it's really a great way to come in and see all of the opportunities, plus other platforms that you might want to engage at a deeper level and create your storefront or get qualified. So yeah, with that, I welcome you as test users and look forward to launching this capability in the summer. And welcome and open to your questions as well. Yeah, I think you're supposed to come to the microphone because they're recording this session. Is it on or? Oh, the tech is coming there.
Okay. Is there a way to get on a list to find out when this is going to be?
Yeah, I'll get your information right after this, and we'll put you on the list. Any other questions? Yes, sir.
Okay.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
So when this thing is unveiled, is it going to be obvious? You just go to the DIU website, and then it'll be obvious the way you can access this portal to be able to leverage AI to be able to find out the opportunities.
Yeah. Well, it's currently called the Digital OnRamp Platform.
Digital OnRamp Platform.
No,
Okay.
I don't know what the actual domain name, so we have to work through
Okay.
all of that. But we'll figure that out.
Okay.
And it'll be obvious, believe me, when we
Okay. Yeah.
make the marketing splash. And you will definitely find it on the DIU website.
Okay. Thanks.
You bet.
Yeah, that was kind of my follow-on question. So,
Okay.
right to the DIU website, you'll get to it. But is there any point of contact information available? It wasn't on any of your slides yet.
Oh, I didn't have my email. Yeah, I'll give you
If
my
it-
email.
if it
right
was,
after
I didn't
this,
see it.
Yeah. I'll give it to you right after this. Yeah. Okay.
I have a question.
Sure.
So for companies that maybe start early on and as they start sort of growing and maturing, would they have to be proactively using this platform to sort of continually be aware of the different opportunities as they grow, or will this also have some sort of notification piece based off of the profile that's already, collected?
Yeah, so very, very good question. So, and I'll just summarize that. So, do you always have to be going in there and posing the query, right? Or can you also be notified? So the functionality that we're requesting, and again, not everything is finalized, but the functionality we want to deliver is exactly what you said. You can go in, do your searches, and what we want is you can click a box to register that as you want to be notified if anything comes in on that subject. So yeah, definitely want to offer that functionality. And I also want to just emphasize too that we're not planning to, say if you're a private sector user coming in, we're not going to connect you with an individual in the DoD. This is really connecting to opportunities, contracts, challenges, funding opportunities, that kind of thing, not actually connecting you with an individual and here's their email and so forth. Okay, any other questions? Good, okay. I'll thank you very much for coming. And I'll hang around down here to network with you guys a little bit too. And again, welcome you as test users. We're very excited about this capability. It doesn't exist yet in the DoD. I think it's a dream of so many of us. And by the way, I was in the private sector for 15 years, and I did business development for 4 years in Washington, D.C. And I wish that we had this capability back then because I could never find in the DoD for all of the different types of products that I had to market exactly, where do I plug into if it's earlier stage, if it's later stage, and which service, and then which PM, and so forth. So, and okay, Army Research Lab, but where in Army Research Lab? What's the opportunity? So this will really solve that kind of a problem where people literally can spend many months just trying to find what is the opportunity. So that's part of the speed and scale. So thank you again for coming, and I'll network with you guys down here on the floor in a minute.